Informed, outspoken, wild, fearless. This is the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast.
What is up, my dudes? This is Trent with the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast. It is our Week 12 preview, coming out a day earlier than normal due to the Thanksgiving holiday. Today's episode, we are going to preview all the Week 12 matchups, and then we're going to give you our favorite sleepers. It's episode 251. It is November 22nd. We are knocking on the door of Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Lots of football in today's episode. Going to preview all the games. No starts, no sits because of the short week, but still plenty of football talk here. Seth is back from his Friendsgiving. Still looks a little tired from that. Phill looks like he's got a fresh do. And Jordan is in prime coaching attire as always. Check us out on YouTube at tffdudes. I'm rocking my Texas Dudes shirt. Go check that out at www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. Check it out on the store. But Seth, you want to just give us an update? You know, you okay? You sleeping on the couch since you left your family Thanksgiving to go to a Friendsgiving with the boys? You doing okay?
No, I did not sleep on the couch. In fact, I was home by 10:30. That is fairly early, I would say, for myself at least. And then I got up at 5:30 this morning and went to work, and now I'm here. So I'm ready to go. Glad to be back here with the boys. I'm wearing my turkey hat. There you go. Happy Thanksgiving.
The funny thing is that Seth just skipped a day in the timeline there, so you really know how crazy that party was.
It was crazy. Sounds crazy. It was
all guys. The first time he's woken up before.
Okay? Hate me for it.
First time he's woken up before 9 a.m. all year. So cut him some slack, Jordan.
All right.
Not true.
I want to know, Seth. No, Seth wakes up early. Seth, what time are you normally at work? 5:30?
I usually get there at 6. Sometimes I go earlier.
So Seth's an early riser. So talk to us a little bit about this boys' Thanksgiving, because it shouldn't be called Friendsgiving. It should be called boys' Thanksgiving, like the boys.
Yeah. So really, it kind of started off like these group of guys have been doing it. So it's my brother and his friends, and then I've kind of like slowly assimilated into their group. And this is my first year infiltrating. And let's just say I had to be initiated, and I can't say how, but I was, and I passed, and I'm in now. So, but anyways,
don't show us that new tattoo. That was more information than what I wanted to hear, and
it's way bigger than I thought it would be.
That's really cool, man. I'm
in now.
There.
It's cool, you know. But they've been doing it every year for a long time, so it was real fun to be a part of it. Half the guys in there are married.
Seth woke up not knowing his last name when it was all said and done, basically.
It's true. I had to look at my ID card to remember who I was. It's crazy. Anyways, it was debated whether if like significant others should be there, but some of the still guys that are still single in the group decided to go against it. Maybe, who knows, maybe it'll be more than just a boys giving next year. So we'll see.
All right. Yep. Let's hop into our week. What, Phill?
No, I said one can only hope. I mean, I think if you call it a Friendsgiving, it's a combined. What are you sipping on there, Seth? I got to see. What is that?
It's some zero sugar energy drink. I don't know.
Not a sponsor.
Alani Nutrition. I don't know. It was in my father-in-law's fridge, so I stole it.
Was that part of the let into the party, the initiation of the party?
No, it was just in a fridge, so I took it.
Shotgun and Alani. All right, Trent is raring to go. See, here's the thing, guys. We are on a Thanksgiving break. It is Thanksgiving, and you would think there's a couple different things. Number one, Trent's trying to hustle us through this. Trent, I know you don't have work tomorrow, so let's not act like you're in a major rush to get through the day. Number two, I was absolutely for meeting in person this week, and I am just so frustrated that we're not meeting in person. Jordan was totally against it. I felt like Seth kind of had my back a little bit. He kind of wanted to meet in person a little bit, and Trent was totally against it. And so like on these holiday weeks, I almost feel like we absolutely need to meet in person. I'm thankful for the podcast. I'm thankful for Seth for kind of agreeing with me. Not thankful for Trent and Jordan, but like I feel like the vibe is so much better when we're meeting in person, especially when we're on a holiday week. We're doing the games way early than we normally do them, so it's a little bit of a different show. And I don't think you were going to mention that, Trent. So I just wanted to just slide that in there just to make sure that we're setting the stage.
He already
No,
did
no,
mention it.
I was
I'm
doing
glad
a
you were
better
paying
job.
attention.
I was doing a better job of it. That's the thing. There's doing it and there's doing a good job of it, and I just did it. So that's the difference, Jordan.
Phill, you were at my house last night for Monday Night Football.
I was.
How many times a week do you have to come to my house? Like, you already here. You ate the rest of my wife's macaroni she made from Thanksgiving Saturday.
Stuff. That was good stuff. It was actually very good. I was around Trent's smokeless fire pit, which I had to admit was kind of cool. He's got the lights
Wow.
out there. We watched some Monday Night Football. That was a good game last night.
Power went out in the second quarter, but got back on. You know,
I was at Costco. Trent sent his well wishes to me while I was at Costco. Costco on a Monday before Thanksgiving is
hand-to-hand combat.
It's hand-to-hand combat. It's virtually Black Friday shopping. There is just a lot that goes into a Costco trip the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you work so hard to. What?
Go ahead, Trent.
No, you work so hard to get that honey ham. By the time you finally get there, you want to grab like 3 of them, and you really only need 1.
That's what's crazy. I was in Costco and I was there right when they brought out the pumpkin pies. I grabbed one when it was still warm, and it is crazy. I've never seen pumpkin pies go that fast. Like, people swarmed to them. It was crazy. It was awesome. They were taking them from the cart before she could even put them on the shelf. It was awesome.
Were you at Visalia?
It was in Hanford.
Okay. Visalia sells the most apple pies during
in the
Thanksgiving
nation.
in the nation. Costco, just a fun little Costco fact for you. But
interesting.
We need week 12. Week 12 sleepers. We're going to preview all the games. Before we get into the games, I thought we should do some Thanksgiving sleepers. That was actually Jordan's idea to do it right now. So some sleepers, Thanksgiving sleepers presented by Sleeper,
Okay.
the best place to play fantasy football, guys. Go over there, enter Dudes 100. They'll match you up to $100. They got all kinds of fun stuff to play, but really you need to move your whole league over there. Like, I can't recommend it enough. We use them for all our stats, all our good stuff, dynamic payout. Phill, you were talking to your barber today. He said Sleeper makes it so easy to win this stuff.
He did. Yep.
Maybe we should have him on the pod. I don't know.
We should.
But Sleeper side dishes. Who wants to kick this off right here? Sleeper side dishes for Thanksgiving.
I think we should let the king, the man of the side dishes who brought this up, just lead the way.
You want me to go first?
Jordan. I'm talking about Jordan.
Okay. Jordan, what do you got here?
I'm going
to
go
man
with
of mild Taco Bell sauce in the air fryer, which my barber also hit me up. Everyone wants to know how that was, Jordan.
You already asked me. I said it was fine. And
Okay.
I don't eat mild sauce. What do I look like, Phill? It's you always got to get the hottest sauce they have. That's the only acceptable sauce.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm gonna go with the cornbread casserole. I feel like that's a little bit like not something you think about like as like your main Thanksgiving side dishes, but I don't know. I always really like that cornbread casserole. I think it's pretty good.
I love the cornbread casserole. Absolutely love it. My grandma puts those green little chilies in there. It's just enough. It's really good. I love cornbread casserole. I had some of it tonight. I've had Thanksgiving leftovers since Saturday, and then getting the party started up again on Thursday. So week 2.
Also, actually tomorrow, Trent. You have one tomorrow.
I know I have one tomorrow, but
sorry, go ahead, Trent.
What's cornbread casserole?
Yeah, I don't know what cornbread casserole is.
Oh, it's very good.
It's casserole in a cornbread.
And it's got some cheese in there, corn pieces, peppers. It's really good. I love it. I don't know if that's a common one, Jordan. I have it.
I don't think it's actually that common, but I
feel like I have it at most of mine, but yeah, I really like it.
Yeah,
Seth,
sounds good.
What do you have, Seth?
So this one actually isn't common. It's probably less common than cornbread, but I always like it when I see this at a Thanksgiving. Roasted Brussels sprouts. I'm a Brussels sprouts guy. I love it with some bacon. Man, it is so good. You put some of that vinegar glaze on there. Man, that is so freaking good. Oh my goodness. I could eat so much of those Brussels sprouts. Just a little bit of pepper on there with the bacon. It cooks in that bacon grease. Man, it is so good. My top side.
I'm not like a huge Brussels sprout guy. I don't dislike them, but that's like something I'm probably going to pass on.
See, that's why it's a sleeper right there. Some people might pass, but it's a sleeper. You got to have it. It's good.
Phill, do you got something, Phill? You want me to go?
No, I'll go. Sweet potato casserole. My wife does sweet potatoes, and then it has like a nice It's kind of like a brown sugar oat walnut mixture on top that's then baked. And that it's a mix between a dessert and a side dish. It is delicious. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite sides, and I think a lot of people have sweet potato. I don't think they have it in that casserole type deal. It's almost like a pie crumble top. It's just really good.
You have to
You have
send me a
marshmallows in
picture.
them?
No, yeah, no, good question, Seth. No marshmallows. It's from what I can remember, walnuts, oatmeal, brown sugar, and it's almost like it's hard to describe the top, but it's almost like a strudel type crust. Go ahead, Jordan.
Mm,
Do
yeah,
you
I'd almost
really
label that
think
a
like
dessert.
Yeah.
no, it's not. Do you really feel like that's like not how most people have their sweet potatoes? Because that's how I've always had my sweet potatoes
That's
growing
same
up.
here, but
It's
mine
like
I don't
always
ever
has
have it with
potato-
walnuts.
mine always has the
Yeah,
marshmallows though.
not the walnuts, but I'm just saying that type of like because you think most people don't have it in like the sweet potato casserole.
Seth said, "Oh, do you do marshmallows mostly, Seth?"
Yeah, at least the ones I go to, they usually have marshmallows on top, and it's like, as a kid, I just never had them because I didn't know it was marshmallows, and then finally, as a like teenager, I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I was like, why have I not been eating this my whole life? Like this is basically dessert. It is that good. Like it is insane.
Oh yeah.
It is so good. I'd rather eat that than pumpkin pie and apple pie. It's so good.
Yeah, you're right, Seth.
I've always had it as a casserole, Jordan, and I
Yeah,
love it.
But maybe that's like a regional thing where we live. I don't know.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that, Phil. I love
were you?
the yams with marshmallows. I love
Oh,
it.
it's so good.
It's really good.
Well, there's a difference between yams and sweet potatoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
there is.
yeah.
What is
I'll
the
eat those.
difference? What can you describe it, Jordan?
One is just
it's-
totally different.
It's hard to describe, but I do think that they taste a lot different. I don't know. I would have a hard time describing it though.
So
Slaver
yams have rough, dark brown skin that is often compared to tree bark, and their flesh is dry and scratchy like a regular potato. Sweet potatoes have smooth, reddish skin, softer flesh when cooked, and a sweet flavor. I kind of feel like that's describing like me versus Seth right there, or me and Trent, or Jordan and Trent. I don't know.
There'd have to be like a 8-inch height difference though.
I think I have two right here. Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
I have green bean casserole. I love the green bean casserole.
Yeah,
And I also
almost
like
said that one.
cranberry sauce. Like cranberry sauce
No.
with I love cranberry sauce. My wife took all our Thanksgiving food today, and I don't know if you guys have been to Porter Subs. They got the Pilgrim sandwich. It has the turkey, it has the cranberry sauce, it has the stuffing. It's got everything in there. It's only limited time only. But my wife made a wrap for me for day lunch. It had turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and it was great. It was like Thanksgiving all mixed into one. But I love cranberry sauce on my turkey. Like it is so good.
No,
Like,
no.
Oh, Trent,
You don't like
Trent, that
cranberry
is
sauce?
gross. That is
I would-
gross.
you should just-
Trent.
you should have
I
stuck
don't-
with the green bean casserole.
I don't eat cranberry sauce by itself, but on turkey, it's a must. Like turkey and cranberry sauce, that is a killer combo. Maybe one of the most elite combos out there.
That just sounds like
You're
you're
right.
trying to like
Seth,
some,
you weren't
like,
eating yams.
moisture.
You didn't know they were marshmallows. Like, please, like you just figured that out like a year and a half ago. So
Here's the
Okay.
thing. I think Trent's take is right, but here's what I'm going to say about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the holiday that best meshes savory and sweet. Like just kind of like we
Yes.
talked about, you can have like a nice salty piece of ham and a delicious yam bite at the exact same time, and no one's going to judge you. Whereas like if you're eating dessert and dessert at 4th of July, you might get some judgmental looks. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying? A
forgot
little
Trent
bit.
just puts
No.
everything on his plate, goes like this, and then goes like this.
Seth,
I
have the
forget that's
Pilgrim-
how it's like.
have the Pilgrim at Porter Subs. Or here's the deal: I'll have my wife make you one of those wraps. You can take one bite of it, and you're gonna like it so much. I'm gonna say no, you can't have any more of it, and I'm gonna take it back.
That's
it was
fine.
really
I'll have
good.
to spit it back in your face.
Yeah, I'm sure you would, you freak. Okay, let's get into these week 12 previews, guys. We've talked enough about Thanksgiving. We are thankful for this pod. And actually, a little spin on today's pod. We're going to say something we're thankful for each game and something we're unthankful for in each game. And I don't know if each of us are going to do it or if we're just going to have one guy do it. We're kind of spitballing it here. You know, it is Tuesday night, so a little earlier schedule, but we'll have this out to you for Wednesday morning. So let's kick this party off, Phil. Let's go, Thanksgiving Day. We got 3 games on Thanksgiving Day. So, yeah, holler at your dudes, Phil. Break it down
Holler
now.
at your dudes. We have 3 games on Thanksgiving Day. This is a wild one. We have the 4-6 Packers at the 8-2 on fire Lions. The current total right now is 47. Detroit is favored by 7.5. Here's what I'm guessing. David,
we're losing you a little bit there, Phil. What were you guessing?
Jordan. I'm guessing that David, excuse me, I said the same thing. I'm guessing that Jordan's going to say Montgomery in this game, but I want to hear a little bit more from you guys. Jordan, what do you think? Am I off there?
No, that's what I was just kind of looking up. Green Bay is still a pretty good matchup for running backs. So, yeah, that was my initial thought is just Montgomery, Gibbs. I like to look up their snap counts from last week, but yeah, I think it's a Montgomery Gibbs week. I don't think they're going to have to throw the ball a ton here. I think they'll be able to run the ball quite a bit. So it's a pretty good matchup for the running backs. And we got 56% Gibbs, 40% Montgomery last week.
Yeah, I also heard that Montgomery gave a TD opportunity up to Gibbs last week, which is kind of cool. Fantasy owners should be thankful that, guys that drafted Gibbs early, he's finally getting those red zone touches, and that's kind of nice. What I'm most thankful for about this game, though, is it's a perfect example for me to turn off the Macy's parade and watch some football. And also, I'm thankful that the Lions are actually good this year. And we got like a good team we're going to watch on Thanksgiving. For years and years, the Lions have not been good on Thanksgiving. And I'm happy for them. I'm thankful for the Lions being good. I'm thankful that, they get to go to a Thanksgiving game, that they're in first place. They're pumped up about it. So congratulations, Detroit. This is probably one of the more relevant Thanksgiving games you've had in a while. And Lions games are always usually pretty good on Thanksgiving. For whatever reason, they play pretty tough. I'm wondering if they'll have those throwback unis going on that game, but I love watching the Lions and the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Anything else you guys are thankful for in this matchup?
I'm thankful for Dan Campbell. He has changed he has taken the boys of Detroit and turned them into men. And he's also changing around the league to be a little bit more tough, have a little bit more grit. We need more coaches like Dan Campbell in the NFL. Frankly, we need more people like Dan Campbell in the NFL Players Association, reffing the game, on the board at NFL, really whatever it is. We need more people like Dan Campbell. We can end the pod now after that speech.
Yeah. Mic drop. Yeah. No, that's probably the best thing you ever said on this pod, Phil. Like, everybody loves Dan Campbell. Seth, anything you got here you're thankful for? You want to give some thanks?
Well, I guess I can throw a Sleeper plug in here. I'm thankful that Sleeper is doing some sales. So they did 7 days of feasting. But what do you guys think about the Jahmyr Gibbs 35.5 rushing yards?
I like it.
That's a 24% sale, down from 46.5, 35.5. He's hit the over the last 4 games, but also Montgomery wasn't playing. So it's something interesting. But
yeah, no, that's good. I think you're firing up your Lions in this game.
Yeah.
Anyone on the Green Bay side? Like, this is a tough week, Jordan. I talked about it on the waiver pod of needing a quarterback to replace Burrow, because you have like Derek Carr and then you have like Jordan Love. I don't think you want to stream Sam Howell versus Dallas. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to stream Russell Wilson versus Cleveland. Like, it's a really bad week for, like, who are you playing? I'm not on the quarterback market in our league, Jordan. So who are you putting a waiver bid in for right now to play for you this Sunday, replacing Joe Burrow?
It's already done.
It's already done?
I already did it. Bro got hurt on Thursday, so I had a couple days to plan ahead.
That's nice. Who'd you take?
And you're gonna love it, Trent.
Baker?
Mr. Josh Dobbs.
Nice. He's back. He's one of us. We can be thankful for that, Phil. He bashed the guy, and now he's gonna lead him to the promised land.
And Trent, my other quarterbacks, I got to have two. You know, when you're going Josh Dobbs, you got to have another quarterback
Yes.
on the radar.
Especially when they're
You
running
already said
sweeps
it.
with him.
And you already said it, Baker Mayfield. Those are
Nice.
my two QBs. In my dynasty league, though, it's a different story. I picked up Zach Wilson. He got benched for Mr. Tim Boyle. So
Holding him
now
right here in my hand.
I am on to I'm gonna try to get Jake Browning. Just I don't know. Hopefully he can get it done.
Here's a Funko I bought of Zach Wilson his rookie year that's worth absolutely
Well,
nothing right now. So that's kind of cool. And he's waving to you guys if you go to YouTube at tffdudes. This game should be pretty good. I'm excited about it. Anyone on the Packers side, AJ Dillon gets the reins again.
Yeah, without Aaron Jones.
This is just, another good opportunity for him to, get volume. I just don't know what he's going to do with it.
You know what's interesting? I've been thinking about the Packers recently is Jaden Reed has been like the most consistent receiver on this team. Like throughout the whole year, actually. I've been looking at his fantasy points. Like he's been getting at least above 5 fantasy points. And recently he's been like above 10 in like the last 3 games. So he might be like the most consistent guy on that team.
Is Jordan Love getting better? Or is it too hard to judge a guy off the Chargers last week?
The Chargers suck.
It's true. Yeah. No bye weeks this week.
I'm not thankful for, Trent. I'm not thankful for Aaron Rodgers hyping up Jordan Love. And then I got all excited and took a ton of him as like my second quarterback in best ball. And then he sucks. So that's what I'm not thankful for.
Well, it's his rookie year. So what do you expect?
What I'm not thankful for is Christian Watson has just totally let me down this year. I have him in 2 dynasty leagues. He's just totally let me down. So the big play hasn't been there. Hopefully he gets a big play this game. They should be throwing a lot, hopefully. So I think I'm going to have to plug him in these dynasty leagues. Any unthankfulness left, for this fantasy season, this game, guys?
All right. I'm going to take the Lions.
I'm taking
I got Detroit.
#OnePride, Detroit, the city that never sleeps.
All righty. This is the next game. This is a
Phill,
game.
who are you taking?
I am taking the Lions. Obviously, that was a question that I didn't think I had to answer. The next game that we're going to, this is a sit down around the dinner table, around the lunch table, rather, and eat your food while you're watching this game. That's what this game is. I think we can all agree to that, right? Most people, I usually do a Thanksgiving dinner. A lot. I think I would say the majority of people do a Thanksgiving lunch. Could we all agree to that? Or are most people doing dinner?
Hit or miss. Yeah, usually. Yeah, I do both.
I do a Thanksgiving dinner. I usually eat around just a normal dinner time. But I think most people do a Thanksgiving lunch. And this is what this game is, a Thanksgiving lunch feast. So we have the 4-7 Commanders at the 7-3 Cowboys. The current total right now is 48.5. Dallas is currently favored by 11. Trent, these are your boys. I'm going to let you go ahead and say what you're thankful for and just kind of jump into this game a little bit.
I'm thankful that Dak Prescott is finally throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb. It's been everything I have been wishing for since he got drafted. He looks really good. Thankful that the Cowboys are doing good. I'm just hoping that Micah Parsons doesn't dry scoop 2 scoops of pre-workout before this game because he was, he lost his cookies in the last game. I don't know if you guys saw that. And what I'm not thankful for is Tony Pollard just hasn't been that good. He hasn't, been what we wanted. And hopefully he kind of gets that going here again. I think this is a really good Tony Pollard spot again, but it's always, you're always good, always thankful when your team's winning and in playoff contention and, even have some division aspirations to win that. But yeah, lots to be thankful for as a Cowboys fan right now, I think.
I think this is like the Cowboys are just going to feast on this Commanders secondary. I mean, Tommy DeVito had 3 touchdowns against this team last week. Like, Dak is going to it's going to be a Ferguson, CD. I think we maybe see a breakout Michael Gallup game. I feel like it's been a while since he had a big game.
Been a while.
Maybe a Gallup game here. Like Dak a lot here. Really good matchup.
Seth, what are you thinking here?
The Cowboys are just this game's gonna be like the Cowboys fans are just gonna love this game. Like they're apparently America's team, so everyone's gonna be watching this game. Like I love watching these Thanksgiving games. And I mean, this game's just going to be a total beatdown. Cowboys fans are going to be going crazy. Commanders fans are going to be crying. They're going to be wishing their team never played on Thanksgiving because the beatdown. And honestly, that will be my feeling later, in the evening game of Thursday. So I'm going to be feeling the same way, Commanders fans. We can cry together come next week.
You can eat your sorrows away. That's what's so good about this Thanksgiving.
Eat your sorrows away. Eat so much turkey that the tryptophan knocks you out. Just do that.
Pro tip, I say this every Thanksgiving. You should always plan your Thanksgiving with the family you don't want to talk to as much. And then you can just watch the game. It gives you, less to talk about. And, maybe there's commercials, whatever. But that's just a pro tip, like the Thanksgiving that you want to really talk to people at, don't have during the football games. Phill,
Wisdom.
anything you're thankful for here? Like, I don't know.
This game I'm not entirely thankful for. It's fine. Like, I guess it's a good game. I'll be happy for you, Trent, at the end of the day. I know you're going to be spreading a lot of thanks there for Micah Parsons and all your Cowboys, boys in blue.
I'm hoping I can get some Terry McLaurin fantasy points. I do have some Terry McLaurin. I have some Jahan Dotson. I'm going to try to not play Jahan Dotson. I think I'm playing Terry McLaurin though, and hoping that just volume, he gets me there. If Antonio Gibson plays, he's had some decent receiving games. I believe he's a little banged up right now. Not sure what his status is. I don't know what else.
I'll tell you what the Cowboys fans should be most thankful about this year is the rise of Darren Bland. That guy is a beast.
Yeah.
That guy is insane. He's a great player.
Yeah, it looks really good. All right. I'm going Dallas. Anyone gonna go Commanders?
No.
Absolutely not.
All righty. Cowboys all the way across. Phill, let's go back.
This is the game that Seth previewed a moment ago, and I could not feel more the same that Seth is saying there. But we have the 49ers at 7-3 versus the 6-4 Seahawks. The current total right now is 43. In Seattle, the San Francisco is favored by 6.5. And this one's I think this one – this is one that I almost don't want to be thankful for, but I think you take the over on as many picks as Sleeper has for Geno Smith, and it might be a bad one. And it's sad to say, but Seth, do you feel the same on this one?
What do you mean the over?
I think he throws 2 picks at least this game.
Oh, you're saying the over on the picks. Yeah, he probably does. And honestly, he probably gets sacked like 5 times. So I don't know what the 49ers defense sack line is at, but I think you can take the over there. It looks like Kenneth Walker is not going to play, so we're going to see a lot of Zach Charbonnet. Also doesn't help that Geno was hurt last week, so the Seahawks are coming into this game banged up. The 49ers are coming into this game just fired up, dude. They are mad that they had a 3-game losing streak. We saw what they did this last week. We saw what they did the Jaguars 2 weeks ago. I think the 49ers are just going to beat down on the Seahawks. I'm hoping, though, that some Seahawks players have some decent enough fantasy points to where you're happy about it. And I hope the Seahawks don't get killed by double-digit points, but we'll see.
Like you said, Jordan, you have with Josh Dobbs, you have to have 2 quarterbacks. I'm not a huge fan of carrying 2 quarterbacks in fantasy football. I'm for sure not a fan of drafting 2 quarterbacks. I think with these short weeks and Thursdays and the injury bugs are setting in, if you're a playoff team, it might not be a terrible idea to handcuff a quarterback right now just in case, because we've seen some bad ones. We've lost Burrow. What other quarterbacks? And Kirk Cousins. So it might not be terrible. Like if you're, like you said, if you're Joe Burrow to, stash other guy. Geno's kind of been a letdown this year, and he probably got more drafted this year than he has in years. Like he is more of a free agent guy last year. I almost think that Josh Dobbs should be comeback player of the year because he's kind of come back from not even being a starter, and he's playing really good ball right now. Seattle guys, I guess you're firing up DK Metcalf. You feel good playing Jackson Smith and Njigba? I'm curious to see what his rostership is right now, honestly.
JSN?
I think it's decently high. He's getting at least 3 or 4 catches and 40+ yards a game now. He's getting that volume. And I think it helps too. I think the Seahawks are going to have to throw the ball a lot this week. Personally, I think I like Tyler Lockett more than DK this week. But I think both are fine. really, I think it depends if Geno Smith has time to throw the ball. But
what are we doing with Charbonnet? Is this a similar situation than AJ Dillon, but he's a little better pass catcher?
I think you just had to play him. It depends though. Like, I'm not saying you have to play him, but I think it's a pretty good role for him. So
yeah,
pretty good. He's not a good spot though, like matchup wise.
Yeah. Fire up your Niners. I think you can play Brock Purdy in this one. Yeah, fire up your Niners. Ayuk looks really good. Yeah, I'm going Niners win this one. Not like these Thanksgiving games will probably be better than what we're thinking they are. And if you don't think your fantasy football league can get any better than what it is, you're wrong. Go over to Trophy Smack and get a new fantasy football trophy, guys. Maybe you don't have a trophy. Maybe you just have cash. Go over to Trophy Smack. Tell them the dude sent you. Go to www.trophysmack.com/dudes, and they will give you 15% off. And go check it out. Upgrade your trophy collection now. Make your fantasy football league better. Maybe get those participation awards. They got shirts that say like "Warning, I'm terrible at fantasy football." All kinds of good stuff. Little things you can hang in your car that says "Last place, loser, fantasy football." Go over to trophysmack.com/dudes. 15% off. Get a new trophy. I'm sure they got some Black Friday deals as well. Never a better time to take your fantasy football league to the next level.
Hey, Phil and Seth, are you guys taking Seattle or San Francisco?
I'm taking Seattle here, even though I don't like it.
Same here.
Right.
Taking Seattle.
All right, what we got next, Phil?
All righty. Did you and Jordan? I'm breaking up here. Did you and Jordan choose
San Francisco?
Yeah, 49ers.
Okay, cool. So we're making history here, boys. This is the first ever, based on the research that I've done, this is the first ever Black Friday game that the NFL has played. Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong here? Anyone else have any
You're
thoughts?
not wrong, I don't think.
Okay, this is the first ever Black Friday game. We have the 7-3 Dolphins versus the 4-6 Jets. The current total is 41. Miami is currently favored by 10. This one, in terms of what I'm grateful for, maybe I'll just take it here. I'm grateful for more football. For me, Black Friday is usually the day of good deals at Best Buy, Amazon, a variety of other places, and college football all day long. But now we get to throw in a nice little NFL game in there as a little bit of a bonus, and I couldn't be happier. Just more football overall is going to make everyone a much better, happier person the day after Thanksgiving. The day you have to unbutton your jeans a little bit, maybe your slacks, whatever it may be, sit down,
throw the belt away.
Throw the belt away, potentially start thinking about your New Year's resolution and losing a couple pounds. But this is a day of football. I think everyone would agree with that.
It's good. Who do we got playing quarterback for the Jets, though? Is it Tim Boyle?
Tim Boyle.
Have you guys saw the stats I sent you of him from his college career?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
He threw 1 TD, 13 interceptions. Like, I don't know how this guy's in the NFL. Like, I'm sure he has good mechanics and arm strength and all that stuff. Not taking that away from him. Did you see what Aaron Rodgers said today about Zach Wilson's situation?
No.
He said he feels bad that he hasn't been able to be there to help him, because this was kind of going to be like you're going to learn from me here. I'm going to show you how to do it. And you're just going to get to watch from the sidelines. And he kind of got thrown in the fire. And he said he feels really bad about that. He feels really guilty. And he said it wasn't supposed to be like this. And part of me thinks, like, I know Zach Wilson's not that good, but part of me is like, this offensive line is terrible. Like, I don't know how good Rodgers would be either. Like, the Jets don't need a lot to be that good, but the offensive line is not that good. And they lost another guy for season last week on it. So it's just the offense is a mess over there. But,
yeah. Also, like, Zach Wilson was the second overall pick in the NFL draft. Like,
yeah, it's true.
The guy needs, like, if you can't play, you can't play. Like, he doesn't need to be babysat by Aaron Rodgers, like,
It's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's how does that turn out for Jordan Love this season?
Not good. He sucks.
It turned out pretty
Aaron
good.
Rodgers just being
it turned
nice
out pretty
because
good
they
for
are
Rodgers, though.
teammates. Yeah.
Rodgers sat behind Favre. I think he got better because of that. Garrett Wilson hopefully can get some points here. Like, they'll be throwing it up, but like, it's not going to be pretty. Like Tim Boyle, we'll see if it can get better. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to Wilson in this game.
Yeah,
Somehow Tommy DeVito is now not the worst starting quarterback in the NFL.
Isn't that crazy?
Guys, like there's 32 starting NFL like quarterback jobs in the NFL, and 2 of them are Tim Boyle and Tommy DeVito.
Did you see that Tommy DeVito has more 3 touchdown games than Daniel Jones? 3 TD passing games.
I mean that's probably true, but I don't know really what it means, but it's probably true.
Yeah, well, he's been in
Mills. Would you rather have Davis Mills starting as a QB, Jordan, than these guys?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think you fire up all your Dolphins. Is there any word on A-Chain yet? A-Chain?
I have not seen anything.
I haven't seen anything yet. Early in the week, short week.
As McDaniel said yesterday, there's a chance he will and he won't. I definitely would not rule him out, but I wouldn't rule him in either. So who knows what that means? But
this isn't a game where you like really want to force somebody in because this Jets defense is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do it. Like I'm probably not playing A-Chain in games this week. Unless I'm just
I think it's going to be like a really this could be like a low scoring game. I do like Tyreek is good. I mean, but Sauce will probably be on Tyreek, I'd assume.
Is this a Waddle game?
Could be a Waddle game. Tyreek's just matchup proof though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't love Tua though, like in this spot. Like it's a tough spot.
Yeah. Things I'm thankful for. A week ago, I would have said I'm thankful for A-Chain. You know, you have him on your roster. You've had him this long. Injury-wise, I just want good health for A-Chain. You know, like I just want the guy to be healthy. Things I'm not thankful for, probably the Aaron Rodgers injury, and unthankful that we have to watch the Jets on another primetime game without Aaron Rodgers. Probably need to write a letter to Roger Goodell or a tweet and just say, hey, when quarterbacks switch teams, we don't want to see them more than twice on primetime. It's not you. It's not us. It's not panning out well. So, you know, hey, Raj, feel free to flex them to Sunday Night Football. That's your best bet. Flex them to Sunday Night Football. Give us a for sure. Monday Night Football was the most watched Monday Night Football game ever, I think. And it was Chiefs and Eagles.
Yep.
Like, of course, that's going to be a good one. Like, give us good matchups on those Monday night games. They didn't force it with, you know, some QB or something like that. So, yeah, that's what I'm thankful for, not thankful for. I don't know what anyone here thankful for good health for Tua? Like it's been good for fantasy football that he's able to throw to Tyreek and those guys.
For sure. Yeah, I'm glad he's not getting knocked out anymore. That's scary.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm going to say I'm going to say Dolphins win this game. Sorry.
Yeah. Dolphins for sure.
All righty, we can move right along here, getting into some of the Sunday games. We have the 5-5 Saints versus the 4-6 Falcons. Current total right now is 42, and New Orleans in Atlanta is favored by 1 here. This is a game I think, guys, we could probably skim by here pretty quickly. I don't know if there's a whole lot to be thankful for, but I've been wrong before, so I'm going to let you guys jump into this one.
I am thankful that Chris Olave is not on a bye week, and so I can play with my fantasy football team. I think I'm going to be thankful. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm unthankful that Bijan Robinson has not gotten going because I have him in some leagues.
Gosh.
Anything else here?
I'm just honestly like I'm thankful that like Jamal Williams and Kondre Miller like didn't take that running back job while Kamara was suspended, and that Kamara has came back, and I'm very thankful Derek Carr can't throw the ball more than 20 yards down the field because he's just dump off season for Kamara.
Yeah. Derek Carr was my number 1 streaming quarterback this week. Like I said, it wasn't like he was high 40% rostered. He's still in concussion protocol. I also think Jameis Winston, you can play. If he plays, I don't mind him here either.
I think Carr is out, Trent.
Is he going to be out? I knew he was on the concussion protocol. They weren't 100% sure.
Yeah, not able to clear concussion protocol during Saints bye week. He still has time to clear it. We're obviously very early in the game, but he's still listed as out right now.
Yeah. So Michael Thomas, IR. I'm sure you're all shocked. Who else? Desmond Ritter's back, like I said. Kyle Pitts is something. I think the Falcons might be the team that most fantasy owners are ungrateful for is Kyle Pitts and Bijan have just really been frustrating. What else we want to do in this? Is this a quick game, a short one?
Yeah,
Just
I
a reminder,
New
it's
Orleans
Tuesday. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go Saints here.
I'm gonna go Saints also. Fire up Olave, fire up Kamara. Anyone else? I got to fire
I'm going
up
Atlanta.
Bijan.
I'm going Atlanta.
Okay.
All right. We then moving on to the next game here. We have the 6-4 Steelers and the 5-5 Bengals. The current total right now is 34.5. Pittsburgh is favored by 1. Got some Matt Canada news this week. Who knows? Maybe that's maybe he was the one that's holding back Jalen Warren. Jordan, we never know. But let's you know what, Jordan? Because of that, you're a big Jalen Warren guy. I'm going to let you open this game up here.
Yeah, I'm like thankful that Jalen Warren's finally starting to get more of the workload than Najee Harris. I'm but not thankful that it took so long for them to figure it out. So I think it's a decent matchup for Warren, but also I just think they're gonna run the ball a ton. So and on the Cincinnati side, you gotta play Chase, but I don't really love anything else. Mixon's gonna get the ball a ton too, but you would think Pittsburgh will load the box and stack the box up against them and make Browning throw. So it's a good matchup if Browning can throw the ball. You can throw the ball against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, hopefully they just make him throw the ball to Chase. That is my last hope in some leagues. That's the only thread I'm hanging on by is Jamar Chase being serviceable. So
Yeah.
hopefully they just throw him the ball a ton.
I have a couple Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson stacks, and it's
yeah, that does not look
scary.
good.
It's scary,
No.
and I'm not alone on that either. That was a very popular first round pick, Chase and Wilson on the way back. I think everyone's thankful for Matt Canada being gone. That's been chance at College Game Day, fire Canada and stuff like that. People
awesome.
do not like Matt Canada. I don't know if it's completely his fault here. It probably is his fault about Jalen Warren. I don't know if Kenny Pickett's that good. That's the guy that I need to see a little bit more of. And hopefully George Pickens can finally get playing, but you're playing Chase. Who on the Steelers side do you feel good playing? You don't feel great playing anyone on Bengals except maybe it's not a great matchup for Mixon.
No, Pickens is fine. Pickens is fine, I guess, but yeah, this is a bad game.
Yeah. It's just a lot of bad matchups here. But what is a good matchup is your body hair in Manscaped, guys. Go over to Manscaped, promo code DUDES20, 20% off your whole entire order, guys. They got soap, they got deodorant, they got the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, which is ultra smooth. Go check them out over at Manscaped, promo code DUDES20, 20% off your whole entire order. The friends of the dudes at Manscaped, and they won't let you down. So go check them out, guys. Manscaped.
I wonder if they might be doing a Black Friday sale too. So that'd be interesting if you want to do something get an early Christmas present, pair it up with Black Friday. You might be able to stack our code on top. You might be able to get extra off.
It's
so
worth
that might be
the
something
try.
Interesting to do. Yeah, it's worth the
I like
try.
how you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yep. If they're doing a 50% off, you tax on our 20 right there. That's 70% off. It's a big deal.
Yep.
All
right. I'm gonna
anything
go
on the Eddie
what were you
Faulkner, the new O coordinator. He is a interestingly enough, they fired Matt Canada. Eddie Faulkner played in Canada, so might see some interesting tactics there on the offense. They run a lot of interesting plays up there in Canada, but I am going to go on this game. I'm going to go with I'm going Steelers. I think that's the obvious answer with Joe Burrow out.
I think I'm going to go Steelers too. I think that they've won some ugly games. I think they're going to keep doing it. What do you got?
I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Pittsburgh as well.
It's
Seth?
in Cincinnati. I'll go Pittsburgh here. It's probably the worst game of the week, but let's do it.
Worst game ever. Can't be worse than last Thursday night.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah. Does anyone like how I made that little Canada mix
That was
there?
excellent, Phil. That was really good. You're really doing your research back there. Good old Faulkner. I'll remember who he is now. Old CFL player. It was CFL player. Or are you talking like Canadian, like flag football in 8th grade? Like, what is this?
It could be both. I don't know about his flag football background or his flag football. He was a Canadian football player at some point in his life.
All right. What do we got next?
Why did you even think of flag football, Trent? What made you think of flag football?
I don't know.
The
There's
Olympics?
just a lot of flag football stuff, all the annoying stuff going on with all the guys getting fined and all the suspensions. So yeah,
Very
just
true.
thinking about it.
Very true. I wish we were doing divas today. I feel like I really got a good one.
If you
I
got a
feel
good
like
diva, you just yell it out from the rooftops, Phil.
should I just say it right now?
Yeah, do it. You have the floor.
Do you guys absolutely hate on social media, on in real life? If I ever heard someone say this in real life, I'd have a major problem. When I see someone say, "I love this human" or "I love these humans," it absolutely enrages me. It to no end bothers me when someone says, "I absolutely love this human," or "these humans are part of my tribe." Like those types of things drive me to absolute insanity. I cannot tell you guys how frustrated and how angry or how much that will ruin my night if I see someone who I am connected with on social media talk about their significant other and identify them as a human. Sure, they're all humans. We know that. You don't have to call them that. And it honestly really frustrates me, co-host of the Fantasy Football Dudes. Do you guys feel the same? Am I the only one?
I haven't noticed it, but I have
Okay.
similar sayings that drive me crazy. I've said
Jordan,
it before.
Seth.
I mean, I think it can get annoying, like if you use it too much. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe that just I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't rub me the same way it
You're
rubs
also
you. I
not
don't
on
know.
social, right, Seth? Seth, you're not on social media.
I think if I heard someone say like, "Man, that person's an awesome human. What a great human," like out loud, like maybe it annoy me more. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, the saying that annoys me is "love you to the moon and back." Makes
That one's
zero
pretty
sense.
bad.
Yeah, I also hate "I love you so much, so little,
So what?
so what? I love you so stop talking to me. I love you so, marry me. I don't know. There's a bunch of if you just say I love you so, the possibilities are endless. That's another one that I absolutely hate. Jordan, go ahead. I know you're a big social media guy.
I have no comments. Like I don't know.
Come on, hit me with a comment, Jordan. Fire me up, dude.
No, I don't really have any comments. I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
I think you're getting excited for this next game.
He is
next?
definitely
This
exciting.
podcast we have a short week this week, guys. Most people are taking some vacation time, and I'm getting absolute zero energy from the other side of this mic, and it just
Hey,
takes me
listen
right
here,
out.
human. Just keep the show going. And what do we got next, Phil?
All right, moving on here. We have a showdown like no other. I wish almost this was either a Thursday or Friday game. I don't know why they didn't put that in there or flex it, whatever it may be. But we have the 7-3 Jaguars versus the 6-4 Texans. Current total right now is 48.5. Jacksonville is favored by 1.5. Excuse me, in Houston. Medi Light, talk to me, my guy.
No, it's a big game. Like essentially, it could be for the division championship. So huge game. Jaguars lost the first game in Jacksonville. They go on the road this time. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty good matchup for Stroud and the Texans passing game. And then it's just the Jaguars is a little bit harder to pinpoint. I think it's probably better for the receivers, but I'm not 100. Let me look. I just kind of feel like ETN's going to have a game here, though. Like, I felt like that last week. It didn't necessarily happen. I think it's going to happen this week for ETN.
What do we do with Calvin Ridley, man? Is he just
Fire him up.
You have to
just
play him now, and you just hope he gets more than 10?
If Zay Jones is playing, you have to play Calvin Ridley. Like, I think that's the secret sauce. And I'm thankful that Zay Jones, I believe, is playing because he played last week. So I think we can play Calvin Ridley.
You think it just takes some pressure off Ridley a little bit? Like there's another deep threat.
I think so. I think Zay Jones is the Robin of this offense, and he's a poor man's Robin, is what I would say.
Fair enough.
Robin Hood or Robin from Batman and Robin?
Robin from Batman and Robin.
Okay, good
But
clarification.
thank you for
there.
yes.
Jordan, this probably has you on pins and needles. Are you going to be watching with anyone? What's your setup? Do we have some snacks set up? Like, this is a big game for you.
You should probably live stream this, Jordan.
It will be the same as I do every Sunday. Nothing will be different.
He'll be in his church shows, his church clothes with flip flops and jeans, and
yeah,
Trent,
no one wears
November.
slacks and Clarks the entire day while they're watching NFL football. Talk about lack of being comfortable. This guy's wearing lace-up loafers, or not loafers. Lace-up loafers is not a thing. He's wearing lace-up church shoes, a Hawaiian shirt with puka shells, watching the NFL games. Like
Here you go, lying again to make for lying for content again.
if Puka Nacua went off and won me a fantasy football championship, I will wear puka shells every day the rest of the year.
I'm gonna hold
But choker puka shells.
Choker, like tight. No,
I'd
not
love
choker.
to see Trent in that. That'd be
I'd
awesome.
bring back puka shells. Those were cool, man. Those were rad.
you should bring back that choker you used to wear in high school.
I don't even know what that means.
Had his phone number on it.
This game, fire up Tank Dell, fire up Noah Brown, CJ Stroud. I think everyone's thankful for CJ Stroud. That might be what Jordan's not thankful for is CJ Stroud, honestly. Give thanks to Lovie Smith for blowing that game for the Texans last year. That was a nice little Instagram reel we had there, giving him some thanks. That thing's still topping off a little bit here. This will be the best game. This is the one I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
Is this game right
This
here.
is a good one.
I'm pretty sure my cousin, who's a Texans fan, will just show up to my house this Sunday, which is maybe good, maybe bad. His kids are a little much at times, but
Not wrong.
they're good kids. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm saying I'm gonna
Probably
go.
should stop there.
I'm gonna go Houston.
Oh man.
What are you doing, Seth?
It's in Houston?
It's in
It is in
Houston.
Yeah.
Jags are favored, but I do have Calvin Ridley, so I'm thinking if the Jags win, it's going to be behind Calvin Ridley. This could be this is a great game for, maybe not great. It's a good game for Trevor Lawrence to kind of keep the ball moving.
Oh man,
And remember,
I'm a Jags guy, but I think the Texans are gonna win. Honestly,
I dropped Trevor Lawrence, so he's like free of his shackles. Like he's going to keep going off.
that's why he had 4 total touchdowns last week.
I know.
Trent
you're
dropped
welcome.
him.
Shackles are gone.
Phill?
I'm riding with you, Jordan. I'm riding with you. I'm going Jags.
Yeah, I got Jags too.
Cool. All right, moving on to the next game here. We have the 4-6 Buccaneers versus the 5-5 Colts. The current total right now is 43.5. Indianapolis currently favored by 2.5. Coming off a bye. What are we thinking here, boys?
This is, what do we got here? This is a weird, I don't know.
This could be a shootout, or this could end up being, both teams could score 6 points and we could have a tie. This is we don't know this game.
I'm sorry, I said the other game might be the worst game. This might be the worst game.
Correct.
This might be the worst.
Correct.
I don't
And the
feel
game
good about.
after it is terrible too.
I don't feel
Correct.
better. I don't feel
Oh my gosh.
like Jonathan Taylor. Not a great spot here. Rashid White is okay. Fire up Mike Evans. Maybe Baker gets gets you 15 points if you're in a bind. Like, what do you think about the Colts side? Josh Downs,
it's a really-
sleeper.
Yeah, Downs and Pittman are good here. It's a really good matchup for the Colts passing game, but like I just don't trust Minshew but Purdy carved this secondary on Sunday. Was it Stroud who carved it 2 Sundays? Like they're a bad secondary. They can get beat because they're so good against the run. So Yeah, I can't trust Minshew. I just can't trust Gardner, but it's a good spot for Downs and Pittman for sure.
We want to
I
go
think
through
Rashad
this
White
one.
is gonna be the best player this game you can play, probably.
Yeah, and I think Evans maybe finds the end zone. And Cade Otton, he's been playing pretty good. He almost had a touch.
Otten, Trent. Otten.
Yeah, I can. Were you
Hey,
being
Trent,
serious? when
you are
said
a
that?
walking comedy, Trent.
Seth, is there a
Any
mirror
word
on
that
your
comes out of
computer?
your
What are you
mouth, I want
talking
to spit
about?
water out when I hear you talk.
Yeah.
I'm not reading. I'm doing this off
Cade
memory.
Otton.
Yeah. Just bring the
I feel like
choker
you
back.
try to do it
Yeah,
sometimes.
I like it. I like it when you're at your Friendsgiving better, getting initiated.
Ratings were
he-
definitely better.
Yeah, he's a decent play. He almost had a really nice touchdown catch last week. He led the team in receiving yards, I believe, if I'm remembering right off the top of my head, but not a terrible tight end play if you lost Mark Andrews and weren't able to get Isaiah Likely. Yeah, it's this game might hit the under, and if you want to do a draft this week, go over to Underdog Sports, enter promo code DUDES. They will match you up to $500. Enter our code there, guys. It's a lot of fun. And do a nice little draft here. Get some buddies draft with them. They also got rivals where you can go like Baker Mayfield versus Gardner Minshew. You can do Mike Evans versus Rashad White on receptions, all kinds of stuff. Underdog's a really fun place for fantasy football. Just do more stuff. You need more stuff to monitor every Sunday, right? Like maybe you're losing here, start playing there. But Underdog Fantasy, guys, it's a great place. And I think if you got that dog in you, give them a shot. What do we got next, Phill? I'm going.
Well, who are we
Thank
taking
you,
to win the
Jordan.
game? I got Tampa.
Going with Cade Otton and Baker.
I'm going Bucks.
Fire the cannons, baby.
I'm riding with Minshew.
Fly the
Speaking
flag.
of
Let's go.
Apple Cup coming up. Washington State versus UW. I believe that's happening on Friday. Just a quick note of point of clarification there. All right, moving on.
Thank
We
you.
have the 2-8 Patriots versus the 3-8 Giants. Current total. Why don't we just close our eyes and pretend the next two games didn't happen? You guys want to do that? Is there a possibility, or do we need to go into both these games?
Well,
Maybe
we can just honestly,
let's just say what
who
we
think we're
have,
gonna
right?
win.
I am going Giants, and then I'm going Titans.
Hold
Man.
on, go one game at a time at least. Phil.
If this was a game, this would be Seth because it's stupid. I'm going with
What?
I'm
I
going
feel like you're gonna do
with-
an ad promo right there. That's how choppy that thing was.
Yeah. Well, that's why you should use Manscaped.
See, this game,
Uh,
it's stupid. It's stupid, just like me. And then you know what else is stupid?
Oten,
it's
Mr.
getting late.
Oten over here.
It's getting late. I'm gonna go Super Bowl rematch from a couple years ago. I'm gonna
Trent,
say
make a pick.
Please stop. Just choose a team.
going Patriots, man. Mac Jones playing for his career. Bill Belichick got these boys fired up off the bye week. Zeke probably scores a touchdown. Yeah, Pates.
I think
Okay,
Saquon has another good game
That's
here.
not what we
and I'm
asked for.
going
We just
Giants.
asked for your take.
I don't care
Okay.
what you asked for, Phil. Newsflash.
Seth.
I'm sure everyone agrees with me.
I'm gonna go Patriots.
All right.
All right.
All
Saquon
right,
had
Phil.
a
Next
crazy
game.
catch last
Just
week.
put that up on the
That was
board there,
crazy.
Trent.
Yeah, Tommy DeVito was the first guy to win an NFL game as a quarterback who still lived in his parents' house. Why did we not talk about that? Phil or Seth's cousin Danny DeVito. Like that's pretty cool.
Tommy
Yeah.
DeVito.
Tommy
Or
DeVito. I'll
Jordan's,
give you
don't
an offer
forget.
you can't refuse.
Don't forget.
Yeah, DeVito. He's one of those guys you don't want to go fishing with. What do we got next here?
All right. Panthers 1-9, Titans 3-7, 36.5 is the total. Tennessee is currently favored by 3.5. Who are we taking in this one? I am going Titans.
Will Levis, Bryce Young. You can stream either one of these guys. I don't know what's going to happen.
You cannot stream either one of these guys, Trent.
If you're in a deep
Don't
league with
Don't engage. If you would have said nothing, it would have ended right there. Don't
All right.
engage.
Okay.
You don't
I
want
have-
to, but Joe
Hey,
Burrow.
thank you, Seth. Look at
These were
Seth.
guys in my waiver article that were potential guys. Like it is bleak for guys for fill-ins for Burrow.
All right. Derrick Henry, huge game here. It's a Derrick Henry
Yeah.
week. So yeah, like Derrick. And when I say I think it's a Derrick Henry week, it's probably a good Derrick Henry week. So I got Tennessee winning the game.
For a casual, you know what's up.
Yeah, I'm going Titans here.
I'm going Titans also. Hashtag tighten up, baby. What do you got?
All
What else you
right.
got,
I'm
Phil?
sorry, Jordan. We had a troll, and he said some things that are just factually incorrect. All right, moving on here. We have the 4-6 Rams versus the 2-9 Cardinals. Current total right now is 44.5. Arizona is currently favored by 1.
I like Kyler Murray. Fire up Marquise Brown again. Let's get him going. James Conner, I guess. Rondale Moore
Puka
and
game,
deep
regardless.
flyer. Bringing back Puka. Cooper Kupp. Have they mentioned anything else? I think they said it was a low ankle sprain.
They said he might not miss any time.
Yeah. Crazy. Anyone if they let Darrell Henderson go, like they just used him for a couple weeks. Now Kyron Williams is back. Probably a good Kyron spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not terrible Kyron spot.
It's a pretty good spot for the Rams. The Rams, though. So, yeah, I like all the receivers, Kyron, all the usual suspects here.
If Cooper Kupp doesn't play, I like Tutu Atwell.
I agree. I think he plays though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna play also.
It's a really good spot for Kyron to come back week 1 or his first week back if he's fully healthy. It's a good spot.
Mm-hmm. Kyler Murray looks pretty good. Hopefully he can get those passes, but he doesn't look pretty good. He's still knocking the rust off. I'm going to say Cardinals win this game. Is there anything we want to give thanks for here?
I mean, I would assume are you thankful or not thankful if you spent all your fab on Kyron Williams week 1?
Not thankful, I don't think. But hey,
you could be. He could lead you to a championship. You never know.
You still could be in playoff contention with how well he did early on. That he's just getting healthy for the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Who said Cardinals?
Trent did. I think I'm gonna go Cardinals here too.
I got Rams.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, moving on here. We have the 7-3 Browns versus the hot 5-5 Broncos. Current total right now is 34.5. Denver with Watson out and a variety of different reasons. Denver at home is currently favored by 2.5. A little bit of a wash there, but Denver is currently favored. Let Russ eat. Bronco country, let's ride. What do we want to talk about here, boys?
My only comment is that I am not thankful for the Broncos winning football games because now everyone still thinks that Russell Wilson's not washed. He's still washed. He's still not good. The guy can't even throw for 250 yards to save his life in a football game. But their defense is good and they're finding ways to win games. Does not mean that Russell Wilson is good though.
What I do kind of like in this one is how Russ has struggled getting over 200 yards. He had his first game they threw over 200 yards since week 4. I'm curious to see what the sleeper passing yard prop is on Russell Wilson passing yards. That's what I'm saying. I want to take the under. But unless it's like 150, like what do you think it's going to be? Like they might not even offer that.
210.
It's at 210?
No, that's my guess.
Oh. Okay.
It's not on sleeper right now. Yeah, they don't have it posted.
I'll be monitoring that situation. I'm going to it's be hard for me to not hit the under on that unless it's like at 170 or something. But this Browns defense is really good. They're really good. We'll see how good they can do.
So Trent, sleeper has it right. Underdog has it right now at 202.5.
I think I would take the under. You think it's too low?
It's too low. It's hard to take an under at 202.
It is, but he's only thrown for over 200 yards twice this year, and this defense is very tough. Good.
Yeah, I know you're not wrong.
I don't think that's true, Trent. He threw for 308 week 2, 306 week 3, 223 week 4, and then he threw for 193 week 10 and 259 week 11.
Okay. So that's what it was. He hadn't thrown for over 200 yards since week 4.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, yeah, he's definitely thrown over 200 yards before, but it wasn't. There was a span of time when he didn't,
Okay.
and he could have been still, working back his injury that he had in Seattle when he messed up his thumb. We don't know.
Yeah. I don't like Amari Cooper here either. I don't really like anyone in this game. Like
I don't like
particularly.
anyone in this game except Jerome Ford. I think it's fine. It's a pretty good matchup for him. But everyone else, yeah, I'm not touching them.
Deep play. Maybe Samaje Perine took some receiving work last week for the Broncos. Maybe he comes in and takes him.
That's like half of Wilson's completions last week were running backs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm going to say Broncos win. I think this game's
got
kind
Cleveland.
of a coin flip.
I'm going Cleveland here.
Phill, Broncos
We're
are
going
hot.
Bronco country.
Let's ride, Phill.
You're going Broncos too? There we go.
Yep.
All
Air
right.
fist.
Moving on here, we have the 7-3 Chiefs versus the not totally out of it 5-6 Raiders. Current total right now is 43. KC is currently favored by 9. Let's jump into this one. KC coming off a loss against Philadelphia. Late comeback there for Philadelphia. What are we thinking here? Guys? I think they put the pounding on the Raiders, unfortunately. Just coming off a loss.
Yeah, I think so too.
Did Taylor Swift break up with Travis Kelce? He looked awful on Monday Night Football. Like, someone needs to know. Like, Jordan, you're kind of our TMZ reporter type on this stuff. What have you heard about Taylor Swift? Seth's a Swiftie. You're a Chiefs fan. Like, you two should know. You two need to have a pulse on this situation.
Correct.
I have zero idea. Except the fact that go ahead, Seth.
Go ahead. Okay, I want to say that I watched this game with some friends, and I want to say I heard the announcer saying that they legit, they showed Donna Kelce up there, and everyone was expecting to see Taylor, right? Sitting next to Travis Kelce's mom, and she wasn't there. And I'm pretty sure the sideline reporter was telling the broadcast she's not here because she was doing something else. They literally have to give an excuse as to why she's not there. That is where we've come as a football society. Everyone's like, where's Taylor? Everyone cares so much. And it's like, well, guys, she's the most popular singer ever. She probably's at a concert right now. I don't understand why we care if she's not there. I don't get it. They have to make it. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to know where she was at? He was
in Japan?
In Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. Okay.
And one of the fans died.
Saying,
one of the fans died at her concert.
Wow.
She's not involved, right?
No, it was heat exhaustion or something. It was super hot at their concert.
That's crazy to me, man.
Yeah.
That's sad.
What didn't her parents meet Kelsey's parents at this game? Did that not happen?
At the game, or maybe this week for Thanksgiving. I don't know which one it is.
Okay, we'll keep a pulse on that. Follow Jordan on Twitter at JMeta, and he will keep you updated on all the Taylor Swift drama. Fire up. I think it's a good Pacheco game.
Yeah.
I think I speak for all Raiders fans. They are thankful that Josh McDaniels is gone, that he is no more. That I think, that I'm surprised the Raiders didn't have a parade after he was fired, honestly. I'm sure they felt like it. But yeah, I think that's what most Raiders fans are thankful for. And I kind of am too. That whole situation since he's been there is so weird. How he left, how he benched Carr last year because he thought he was going to get Brady. Then he asked Carr to come back apparently after he, cut him off the team. It's a really weird scenario how that whole Raiders thing went down. I guess you're playing Devontae Adams. I don't love Josh Jacobs in this game.
If you're Patrick Mahomes, man, aren't you just on Thursday at your dinner table? Aren't you just talking about how not thankful you are for your receivers? His receivers are horrible. Like
I will.
MVS is just like he can't catch a ball to save his
No.
life.
No, he can't.
How many
And-
drop
and
passes?
Watson
There might
played-
have been like 4 drop passes by Chiefs receivers this game.
It was
Including
4.
Kelsey.
And yep.
including Kelsey.
I'll say
give-
this. Watson played really good. By the way, I nailed that sleeper
You
again.
nailed it.
Mhm.
You nailed it.
But he also dropped the ball in 4th and 25.
Yeah.
Great
Here's-
throw, just dropped.
What I have to say about Mahomes, where I will give him credit, is he hasn't really gone after his wide receivers in the media and stuff. Like he's staying pretty even kill on that. But yeah, it seemed like no one could catch the ball on Monday Night Football for those guys. I don't know. What about Nick Sirianni after that game, telling those or telling the Chiefs fans to shut up and all that stuff? It was, I don't know. I wouldn't engage with fans if I was a coach, I guess, but that's just kind of the Eagles fans base, and I guess
I think it's
unwarranted.
unwarranted. I think it's unwarranted unless they were saying like some really egregious stuff, which like I think we all know fans do. Like people will say stupid stuff, you know.
Like
Like
Trent,
if
I
someone
think
was
it's
saying
one-
something like actually personal and like something about his family, I'd be like, yeah, shut up, you too. Like you bum.
Seth does have the
you
most
know?
Nick Sirianni, traits
Yeah,
on this
like
pod.
dude, like who cares if they're yelling like Eagles suck? I'd be like, who cares? You know, like. But then someone's probably saying some other stuff, and I'd be like, yeah, shut up, you bum.
Remember him
He
last
said,
year, though, after
"Hey."
they beat the Colts? After they beat the Colts, he was like yelling at fans, that's for what's his name? Because they fired his friend. It's like the fans didn't fire the coach.
I don't know. I think Trent's just a hater of anything Eagles, so let's move on.
Yeah, he hates Sirianni for some odd reason. The guy was crying at the national anthem. Trent, have some American pride, baby.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. Please don't put me in the corner of being unpatriotic, you jerk.
I got Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah, for sure.
I got Chiefs, yeah.
Angel
And
Connell,
I
baby.
mean, I don't know Sirianni. I'm a fan. I kind of like him. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have said what he said. He used some inappropriate language, that's for sure. But you
Yeah, we
gotta have
wouldn't
some
use him this
passion, you know.
pod. Yeah.
We wouldn't use on this pod. You have to have some passion, you know. The heat of battle, Trent, things get said. And I know you haven't been in a situation like that. I played junior college football. I kind of know a little bit of.
Phil knows what it's like to get an injury and crawl off the field. Trent.
Yeah. Speaking of junior
All
college
Trent
football,
has is bunions.
Do not take that comment that I just said serious.
it's
Couldn't
truthful.
finish the sentence with a straight face. Like he said 3 words and then couldn't take it, couldn't do it.
Yeah, speaking of junior college, Phill did play junior college football at the same junior college as Josh
true.
Allen, which is not the next game. My apologies.
That's
Where is
okay.
it?
No,
It is the
it
next game. It is the next
It is the
game.
next game.
Take it away, Phill.
Speaking of my alma mater, the
Alumni.
next game that we have is the 6-5 Bills versus the 9-1 Eagles. Current total right now is 48. The Philadelphia is currently favored by 3.5. This one actually could be kind of interesting because I feel like a little bit some of the Eagles players, including Jalen Hurts, sort of came off as a little banged up this yesterday. I don't know if you guys kind of felt that way, but this could be a tough one coming off of I don't think this game, regardless of the outcome, shows how good or not good the Eagles are. I think they're playing banged up yesterday. I don't really know what this game could go completely haywire in my opinion. Like the Eagles could lose, but I don't think it's a big deal. Does that make a little bit of sense? Like I don't think that means the Bills are good if the Eagles lose is what I'm saying.
No, I don't think anyone would say that unless they just get mollywopped. This game is a perfect game for Josh Allen and all of the Bills wide receivers. Like I think this is just bombs away, fire them up. This could be a really fun one. Is it Sunday Night Football? It's not. So yeah, I'm excited for Josh Allen. What do you think about James Cook? He's looked pretty good back-to-back weeks, Jordan.
Yeah, it's tougher. It's like the toughest matchup possible though for running back. So
Yeah.
Pacheco did do
James
good
Cook
yesterday.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stick to what it's been most of the year.
I think I would agree.
And most of the year, it's gonna be Josh Allen with Diggs' big game. Shakir's looking awesome lately. Maybe Gabe Davis, but I feel like Shakir is that guy now. So yeah, Diggs, Shakir. If we were doing sleepers of the week, Shakir would probably be one of my sleepers of the week this week. So yeah, it's a great matchup. great matchup for the passing game here. Kincaid's gonna do well, so really
Kincaid,
like it.
Kincaid has really eaten it into Diggs' targets. Like he's getting a lot of targets, a lot of receptions. Like Kincaid looks really good.
I think we get a big Diggs game though this week.
I think so. He's due. And
yeah,
two things.
Eagles. What, Phil?
Oh, no.
No.
Keep
going. You got two things.
No, I had two stats. Schultz is currently tied in 7. Dalton Kincaid is currently tied in 10. Trent, you and I had a little bet going on that. And also just like a little human interest story that I thought I'd interject. I'm sure it's basically being talked about everywhere, but Jalen Carter nearly intercepting the spike this last week. Did any of you guys see that? The power may have went out when that happened, Trent. But did you guys see that?
I saw it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool. What
did you see it, Jordan?
Said, he did.
I didn't. I'll look it up later.
Peyton Manning said that's one of the coolest things he's ever seen, or one of the smartest plays. I've always wondered why not try to go for it, because he said he saw it on YouTube and the kid in high school caught the ball and it was an interception. So why not?
So Mahomes goes to spike it. He literally dives under the center, like kind of goes underneath him and tries to scoop it. He almost did too.
Yeah, he almost did it. Eagles side, DeAndre Swift, AJ Brown bounce back game.
Yep.
Hurts didn't look like himself completely in that game. Like he was kind of
at times he did. That nice touchdown run he had, he looked good. There's a few times where he took off, but
it seemed like all they were throwing was screen passes.
Yep.
Yeah, he looked better like running the football than he did like throwing the football, which has kind of been the opposite the last few weeks.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I think they just kept doing the screen passes because they just kept blitzing like 5-6 guys.
So
I did like their kind of like their counter screen that they ran where you'd see Swift hook. like almost like a step. Yeah, it was an interesting one.
Back power. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with
Philly.
the Bill. I'm gonna go Bills here. Emotional win, like Jordan likes to say. You know, they beat the Chiefs, teams that beat them in the Super Bowl. Maybe they take their foot off the gas a little bit here. Bills are kind of in a have-to-win situation, but Eagles look good.
This is a weird one. I'm still going to go Eagles here, but this is a weird game. It wouldn't shock me if Buffalo ends up taking this one. All right, moving on to the Monday night game. Again, why are we – oh, I thought he said Eagles.
He said Eagles.
Okay.
I said Eagles. But it's Sunday night game now.
Sunday night.
Moving on to the Sunday night game. The game right now is 8-3 Ravens versus the 4-6 Chargers. Current total right now is 47. Baltimore is currently favored by 3.5. You kind of got a feel for the Chargers, right? Like this is Kellen Moore. I don't know, Trent. I know he's your ride or die. Like any thoughts? And you want to jump into this one a little bit for us?
That is not true at all. I
love Kellen Moore.
I said I wasn't that mad when they let him go. Like I understood. Like I thought he was good, but I understood like why they did. I think like what was it? Rex Ryan said that what's his name? Stanley needs to go back to Division III football. Did you see that?
Oh man.
Chargers are a dumpster fire. Quentin Johnson needs to get it going. He could have won him the game last week. I think Ravens are going to demi the Chargers on Sunday Night Football.
I agree. I think you're right. I think you play all your – Likely's in a good spot now with Andrews out. Zay Flowers, all your Lamar passing. It's just –
I like OBJ.
Yeah, OBJ. I just don't know if there's anyone on the Chargers that obviously you can probably play Eckler and Keenan Allen, but it's not a good matchup at all.
I think people who drafted Eckler would say they're unthankful they drafted Eckler. He has been a complete bust this year. And then guys who drafted Keenan Allen later than previous years, right? Like he probably went his latest he's been going the last few years. And you're probably really happy you drafted him. He's been awesome all year. So like Austin Eckler, like who are the worst guys that you could have taken in the first round? Cooper Kupp and Austin Eckler. Like those are the two guys that
Nick Chubb.
And
What about
Chubb,
Jonathan Taylor?
he didn't go first
Yeah,
round.
and
because of the-
he didn't go first
No.
round.
Jonathan Taylor didn't go first round.
Depends.
No, because remember he was in the,
you're right. You're right. But I think he still was getting picked up some first round.
Well,
Like,
and
He
like
went
if you had done like best ball early in the summer, he was getting drafted early.
Because remember he was like not even going to play. Like they said he wasn't going to. He was on the pup and all that. I like likely, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Ravens running backs, but it's a pretty good spot for Ravens running backs. I think Bose is out for season. Is that what I heard? Or he's going on IR?
Yeah, IR. Are we
Okay.
all on Baltimore?
I'm going Baltimore
Mhm.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Phil, what do you got?
I am going also going Baltimore. I'm also going Baltimore.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking Jonathan Taylor's ADP this last year. All right, moving on here. The next game, the final game we have is Monday Night Football. We have the 3-8 Bears versus the 6-5 Vikings. Current total right now is 43. Minnesota is currently favored by 3.5, coming off their loss there in against the Broncos. You guys want to talk about this? Justin Jefferson had some fantasy relevant news. Apparently, a lot of people are sliding into his DMs. I'm sure we'd probably see some screenshots of Trent's messages to him.
I told you not to talk about that. I have those underdog plays for season-long receiving props, and I just need to know when he's coming back. Like, should I count those out or not? Yes or no?
An update would be nice. I would agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, guys.
just put out
Hey guys, just getting out of the cold plunge. Whatever.
cold plunge. Does he have his listening ears on when when practice is going on? Really anything that we can know about him. But so we have this game here, NFC North game. I think Josh Dobbs completely lights up the Chicago Bears. Let's talk about this. Is an Addison game? What are we thinking here? Hawkinson, I think probably is getting lined up to have a good game. What are we thinking here, Jordy? You're nodding your head, looking like you got some notes ready to just dial up. Hit us up, my boy.
No, I like I think it's a pretty good matchup for the Minnesota offense. So I'm kind of saw this Lions Bears game semi shootout last week. I think this game could shoot out too. On the other side, Fields looks good. I would say good on his first game back. The running game's kind of a mess there, but Fields was running a lot. DJ Moore, Fields. I like Addison, Hawkinson, like you said. Dobbs in a decent spot. I want to look up the split between Chandler and Madison. From the eye test, it seemed to me like Chandler looked better. And I just want to so 65% snaps for Madison, 31% snaps for Chandler. But I thought Chandler was a better back, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
This Bears defense is better. It's a little better against the run.
They've gotten a lot better as the years progress.
I'm really excited about DJ Moore. I'm hoping he can get it going here. I'm honestly kind of thankful for this game. I think that this Monday night game could be okay.
I agree.
I'm liking it. A good NFC North division. Lots of primetime games for Josh Dobbs, man. I like it. Those guys you said to start. Any more things you guys want to say you're thankful for? Monday seems like Monday's 6 days away.
I know. Is there? It's not even worth asking this question because we have zero idea. Jefferson could play. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
who knows at this point.
Reading 16 hours ago off Fantasy Pros, Kevin O'Connell said he's questionable, but they don't play. Designations aren't due, but they gave him a questionable thing. But the interesting thing is they have a bye week 13, so we really don't know. So, and that also gives them another free week for IR 21-day window. So that's like those 7 days don't count for that week. So honestly, I would think it's likely they wait till week 14. But if they play him, you obviously if he's activated, you need to play him for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say playoff wise, they're 6-5, and then they're the last wild card spot. And then at 8 is like the Packers at 4 and 6, and then Rams 4 and 6. So they do have a little bit of wiggle room. So I was going to say if they need a must win to get in the playoffs, maybe you bring them back. But
Yeah,
I
I
have a
think
little
it
bit
is.
of wiggle room there.
But also it's the Bears, right? But also the Vikings defense, I don't think is good either. So I think
I
if
mean-
they think they need Jefferson to win, they're gonna play him. But it will be interesting. Like we have the rest of the week to find out.
The Bears almost beat the Lions last week. So like they're
Yeah,
trending in
true.
the right direction, I think.
Yeah, Fields looked pretty good. I'm going to say Vikings win this one, though.
I got Vikings.
Skull.
Yeah, Vikings all day.
Skull.
I am going 40. I'm going 45.
Real quick, Trent.
Yeah,
I want
give
to
us
give
the
an update
update.
on from last week. I went 7 and 7. Trent went 8 and 6. Phill and Seth tied at 9 and 5. And Seth won the tiebreaker.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Phil.
Ah, darn
Phil,
it.
Phil, I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
you
nice.
put the asterisks on
You're
that one.
supposed to get last. You're supposed to pick the score last, not first.
That's all right.
Okay,
I
what was it? What'd you say?
I already threw it down.
He said 45.
What'd you say?
He doesn't
45.
remember.
45. Okay. I'll go. What's the total in this game?
Trent,
43.
43.
I'm gonna go
40. It was
41.
actually no Jordan. It's 35. Okay.
I'm gonna go 41.
I'm going to say 44.
Setherton.
Seth.
Seth's on mute. Seth, you're on mute, bud. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties
I
with
think
Seth
he's trying
here.
to send us. He's trying to send us.
I don't know why
Yeah, it's an
my mute
SOS
thing
with his
came on. I
eyes.
didn't even click mute and it the total's 45. Phil said 45. Jordan
Total is
said
43.
41.
Yeah, Trent said 44.
I'll just go 45 then.
All right.
Phil said 45.
I
Okay,
said 45.
Okay, I'm gonna go 47 then.
All
Okay.
right. That does it, guys. Thanks for tuning in for our thankful pod. Hopefully, we're very thankful for all you listeners who listen to us each and every week.
Yes.
Have a good Thanksgiving. We will see you on Monday, guys. And as always, take care.
This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing.